So on the front row we have Cheng Lim and Mick Grant. On the second row, David Caldecott and Stephen Lansley. On the third row, John Plant and Clive Hudson. Fourth row, Barry Shepherd and John Moore. Fifth row we have Guy Hussey and Paul Taberland. On the sixth row we have Paul Richardson and Paul Boyd. Seventh row is Paul Collinson and Robert Frost. Eighth row, Ken Coverwell and Nigel Brown. That's our top 16 in our 21 car grid. It should be, but Adrian Cooper, Paul Collinson and Adrian Chapman aren't there, so we have 18 cars sitting on the grid. John Moore starting from the back after a spin on the warming up lap. Qualifying times were set on a very wet circuit yesterday morning, but it's dry now and the race gets underway. It's a pretty even start, but getting in front there is the Tiger of Mick Grant. He leads as they head into Paddock Hill Bend. There's Lansley trying to come round the outside of Glib. Lansley started in fourth, he's going to drop down to third. Trying to come through there is Caldecott on the inside line. It's not completely dry there here still at Brands Hatch. Still a bit damp offline. So it's the Tiger that leads the Cobra. Lansley in the third, trying to come round stay round the outside of Caldecott. He has done so. Paul Boyd sits in fifth position as they head through Graham Hill Bend for the first time. Top five already starting to make a break to John Plant. And then the Cobra thunders down the straight. Gets right underneath the Tiger there of Mick Grant, who continues to lead. Caldecott trying to find a way past. Stephen Lansley unable to do that. Boyd there as well. So the five leaders sweep through clearways for the first time of asking them. We're about to complete the first lap of the race. So here they come then, really wide line from the Tiger. We're keeping it tight, the cars behind, so it's Grant in the lead. From Cheng Lim, they're in second position to Cobra. They get onto the brake of Paddock Hill Bend. Lansley still defends from Caldecott, who's really down the brake of Paddock Hill Bend. Tries to come round the outside. Lansley gets all sideways in the middle of the corner. That's going to give Caldecott a possible pass as they head up into Druids, but the inside line is covered by Stephen Lansley, and he stays in that third position. So then it is Lansley still with Caldecott all over the back of him. He looks to the outside, then looks to the inside as they head down into Graham Hill Bend, but he cannot find a way through then. So David Caldecott in that Silver Phoenix stays in a fourth position, and the Procom and a Gold, they're just staying in front of Lansley. Caldecott right behind him. Here goes Boyd then round the outside into McLaren. Can't get it done though. It is still then Lansley just ahead of Caldecott in this battle for third position. Now Caldecott's got the inside line, running out wide. Lansley, he runs down to fourth. And Paul Boyd following through. So down to fifth place for Stephen Lansley. Fourth position for Paul Boyd. Now up to third is David Caldecott as they head through the corner. Now Cheng Lim, interestingly, can't go with Mick Grant yesterday in the race. In the wet conditions, Cheng Lim dominating proceedings. Now in the drier conditions, the more powerful Cobra not able to go with the Tiger. So that is not really what we would expect. And now they're all starting to split up. Now Lansley's dropped down to fifth, side by side there. And that is the 33 car of Paul Boyd. So it was Clive Hudson who was battling up there for the for fourth, not Paul Boyd. So it's in fourth in the Eclipse is Clive Hudson. The other Eclipse of Paul Boyd's down in seventh position, who was or eighth position I think it was, chasing after the sports racing GT machine of the Nomad or Barry Shepherd. Anyway, leaders Cheng Lim now starting to close back into Mick Grant, but closing them even further is the cars behind, and that is David Caldecott, and I get it right this time, Clive Hudson sitting there in fourth position. 13 minute plus 1 lap race as usual for the 750 Motor Club races. So Lim trying to go with him, but now look at this behind. It's Caldecott and Hudson who are on the move. Silver Phoenix ahead of the Eclipse. So through Clark Curve, this is where the Cobra comes into its own. A 6.7 litre engine thunders up behind the Tiger. Can't quite get close enough to attack into Paddock Hill Bend. So Mick Grant stays in front then as they turn through the right hand. David Caldecott gets very twitchy for the middle of the corner. He carries a lot of speed through and chases after Cheng Lim as they head up into the Druids Head, and they get back onto the brakes then. And then they turn through the right-handed hairpin, and now Caldecott right underneath Cheng Lim. Is he going to have a look as they head down into Graham Hill Bend? Well, not quite yet, because Cheng Lim still stays in that second position. Lim right behind. Cheng Lim's got right behind him. David Caldecott. Heading take it on the edge of the corner. The thunderous Cobra powers away from him. And now look, Clive Hudson's caught them up. Caldecott inside line through clear, which is a lot quicker for Surtees and McLaren. He's got position done, and I think he almost Cheng Lim thought they were going to make contact, quickly got out of it, and this is going to allow Clive Hudson to come through as they splash through the puddle as they enter through Clark Curve, and now they've powered down. Is the Cobra going to be able to fight back? But I think his mistake really that he made through clearways has really lost him out here. So it's Caldecott up to second and Hudson up to third. These two sports special cars absolutely flying out there. Now it's the top three cars, all for the sports specials. The FS, the SRGT cars, of course. They're in fourth position now. It's Cheng Lim. So head down into Graham Hill End. The Tiger just about leads, but the cars behind are closing in. That's David Caldecott ahead of Clive Hudson. Still in fourth is Cheng Lim. Fifth position, Stephen Lansley just starting to fall off the group of cars in front of him, running a second or so slower per lap. Then in sixth position, there was John Moore going really well. Good pace from John Moore. Now battle on here, because that's the car that is being drove by Paul Boyd, and he's got right in front of him John Plant in that 7 Leeds Rallard, trying to attempt the outsider, then cutting back is, and we got a big moment for David Caldecott. He holds it together, but loses the place to Clive Hudson. I would say John Plant, that 7 litre LRJ2, really being chased hard from the car of Paul Boyd. And here they come, Boyd on the inside for Paddock. Plant just running over that water, running wide behind him as well. Guy Hussey goes side by side with Nigel Brown. So you've got a couple of pairs of cars going side by side up into Druids on the inside line though. There is Paul Boyd. He should get 7th position here. No, he doesn't. I don't know if he got really slowed there. I don't know if he got cut off by John Plant, but Guy Hussey's now going to get that 8th position. Is Nigel Brown going to follow him through? Great scrap where it happened here in the midfield, but Paul Boyd stays in front of Brown. So Plant and all that managed to get away from these 3 Sports Specials cars. So I wonder if they'll be able to close it back in. Brown trying to come around the outside of Boyd there, wasn't able to do so. So Guy Hussey leading these 3 cars back up into the tail of John Plant once again. So they power down the Brabham Straight into Clark Curve. We're heading towards the halfway of the halfway through the 13 minutes. The lap will of course be added on the end of there. So they splash through the paddock on the apex of Paddock Hill Bend. Brown now having a go at Paul Boyd up into Druids. He's decided the inside line's not going to work. He's going to try and go right round him. He may well be able to do this. Can Nigel Brown do it? Yes, he can. Up to 9th for Brown, and Hussey now on the inside of Plant. He's unable to do that. Meanwhile, we've had a change to the lead. The Tiger Mick Grant has been passed by Clive Hudson, who remember was down about 5th position after the first lap. So a great run since then has Clive Hudson had. He leads then from the Tiger of Mick Grant. Remember, David Caldecott had a bit of a moment earlier. He still runs in 3rd though, and Cheng Lim started to drop off them in that Cobra. He runs in 4th. He's running about a second a lap slower than the 3 Sports Special cars. Right, back into Paddock Hill Bend. Now, here comes Guy Hussey. I think he's got past John Plant this time, and Boyd to fight him. Brown back on the inside. Again, they've got 2 pairs of cars. This battle having a great scrap. Plant trying to come out round the outside. Boyd up on the inside. Let's see what happens as they turn through the corner. Both cars lay on the brakes, and Boyd gets 3 cars in 1 there. Brown and Hussey trying to squeeze back on the inside. Now Hussey may well have 7th, 8th, 6th, but a great scrap of 4 cars here. John Plant's gone to the back of it now. He might start to fall away. It is Boyd. He got 3 cars into 1. Plant gets Brown back down as they head into 30, but is Brown going to go right round the outside? He's attempting it, and he's got that done. He's back into 9th. So they head through clearways in Clark Curve now. So it was a great move by Paul Boyd into Druids. First of all to get Nigel Brown, and then Guy Hussey and John Plant, who outbraked themselves. So that went from 10th to 7th for him. As now Brown having to has Plant on the inside. John Moore climbs out of his car. He's stopped on the apex of Paddock Hill Bend. As Plant gets what will be 8th position. So this forecast is now the battle for 6th, as John Moore has retired from this one. And now Paul Boyd's starting to get away from Guy Hussey, who's getting away from the scrapping Plant and Brown. So they head through Graham Hill Bend now and power off down the Cooper Straight. We have about 4 minutes plus the lap to go, so not long left in this one now. Thoroughly entertaining race once again from these two classes, the Sports Extras and the SRGTs. We are thinking they will probably be joined by the Toyota MR2 Super GTs at Cadwell Park, which will make a 25, 26 car grid. Definitely a full grid for Cadwell Park. That would be thoroughly entertaining. Into Paddock Hill Bend then comes John Plant and Nigel Brown, and now they got in Lappery, them Lotuses, the small Lotus 23s. One of them they got up on the inside of, that is probably Paul Richardson. They've got that one done then. Down into Graham Bend they go. Power off down towards 30s. Meanwhile, in front, Hussey getting trapped behind on the car. They've already lapped that Daxjero of Robert Frost. And now the Allard of John Plant with Nigel Brown in the Silver Phoenix will come up to lap him now. That Daxjero Plant just about gets alongside him and powers through. Next up will be the Eclipse of Leslie Wilson. They go through the right hander now, and Brown makes a swap on the inside of the Daxjero, and now the Eclipse of Leslie Wilson. So they've got that done now. With less than 2 minutes plus the lap to go. Thoroughly entertaining one, like I say, this has been. There's our race leader then, Clive Hudson. He's got a good few seconds now. He looks pretty safe as he heads on his way to victory. The Tiger sitting there in second of Mick Grant, and David Cowdercourt running in third. Again, only a few seconds behind Mick Grant. He has lapped quicker than him in this race. Remember that moment he had earlier. Fourth is now only coming down Graham Hill Bend, and Chen Lim under pressure from Stephen Lansley now. So Lansley coming back at the Cobra. So a good loss, quite a few laps since we last saw these guys, and Lansley's drawn himself onto the back of Chen Lim. So that Procom LA Gold machine closing right on Chen Lim in that Cobra, the Ram Cobra that leads the SRGT cars. Stephen Lansley is second in his class in the Sports Specials to David Cowdercourt, who leads that one. So onto the brakes, there's the Cobra of Chen Lim. He's got to lap a car heading now up the hill. Great sound that Cobra makes. It was the Mev Rocket or Robert Brown they lapped. Now getting past one of the Lotus 7 type cars. The Westfield, I think that was, of Paul Hambra. Now passed on the Lotus 23s. Was that Ken Coverwell? They just got past there. So Lansley gets closer to Chen Lim. Now only a few car lengths between them, but I think Chen Lim might just about be able to hold off the car of Stephen Lansley. We'll say that though. Lansley getting closer by the lap. They now get onto the brakes into Paddock Hill Bend. Only about 10 seconds or so behind these are Paul Boyd. Looks like Chen Lim might just about be able to hold him off. Into 30s then for the final time. Comes the Tiger. Mick Grant's, Mick Grant's in his second though, of course. Clive Hudson on his way to victory. Looks like we're following the Tiger around here in second. Just in front of them is Clive Hudson. Here he comes. He's taking the check flag. So Clive Hudson wins the Sports Specials then. Round 3 of the championship goes to Clive Hudson in the Eclipse. Second to Mick Grant. And third to David Cowdercourt, who's going to have 4th overall. Well, that one went to Chen Lim. He wins the sports Sports Racing and GT cars. Second in that one went to John Plant, who finished 8th overall, and third to Ken Coverwell, who finished 11th in the Lotus 23. Stephen Lansley took 5th overall, 6th went to Paul Boyd, and 7th to Guy Hussey. Class C in that class went to Paul Tabernup. So, great race, once again, from these two series joining together for